Bad Times at the El Royale was a movie that I was really excited about going to see. That trailer just worked for me. It sold me the movie. Didn't tell me too much of the plot, but it made me super curious about what was going on in this sort of magical place, because it just was intriguing. It was mystifying. The fact that we had these characters doing Lord knows what in this weird place just really just attracted my attention. Something I wanted to see. Then the reviews came out and there was middling reviews at best. You know, some people thought it was great, other people hated it. In fact, a lot of people seemed to have disliked it, but I still wanted to see it. I still wanted to see these actors in this movie that looked really, really intriguing. Now, it's all about this hotel, a bi-state hotel that lives on the border or the state line of Nevada and California. You go there, pick which room you want to stay in, and we get a host of characters appearing there. And it's nicely done. We get the bellboy, we get 4 or 5 people who are going to stay in the rooms. And that is our set, and that is our cast. That is all we need. We maybe get an addition later on, but other than that, these are the people that's going to be in the movie. And it feels like a familiar tale, something that would fit firmly well within Tarantino's filmography, but it's something that he does better. We have these conversations between the sort of patrons of the hotel, which are very interesting and delightful. But unlike Tarantino's work, I don't think it's going to hold up to rewatches. I don't think they're going to be as much fun or as interesting now that you've seen everything play out after seeing the movie. I do love a lot of the characters, but particularly what I was most interested in is the way the story is told. It's told in segments. So we jump to the room number and we get the person that's staying in that room and what they discovered. Now, the story is kind of told in an almost straightforward narrative. There is flashbacks as needed as we are jumping between the stories to get where everybody sort of lines up in a row as to where they have to be. And it's intriguing. The first hour of this movie, I was captivated. I wasn't really too sure where it was going, but I liked the style, I liked the story, I liked the characters, and it was building up to be a fantastic movie. The way they interact, the way the story's told, the look of the place, and some of the actors are just great. You know, Jeff Bridges does fantastic work, does great work as well. Everybody does great work, but particularly for me, as an actor whose name is slipping my mind at the moment, but the guy who played the city bellboy, the person of the hotel, I don't know if I've seen him in anything before, can't recollect, but here he was truly fantastic and a standout and amongst this terrific cast. Now, the movie is kind of punctuated by these Motown type songs sung by one of the characters, and there is an indulgence to constantly just linger on these shots to allow the song to play out, to let it fill the theatre. And it could be a little bit over the top or a little bit grating, but I found it to be perfect because of the vocals, which were tremendous, and the songs, which were really catchy. I loved every time we would stop almost for a few minutes, and then it does become part of the plot later on as well. Unfortunately, after the first hour, I felt that the movie started to lose its way a little bit. We get an introduction of Billy Lee, which is Chris Hemsworth's character, later on in the movie, and that was where the movie started to kind of fall apart a little bit for me. Now, I like that character, and I do think it fitted in with the rest of the story that was being told, but for some reason, I started to wane a little bit. I started to feel the movie drag out a little bit longer than it possibly should have. But then it picks up again in the last 15-20 minutes and left me on an overall high. It is a movie that I had some issues with, some that I really need to see a second time to figure out what niggled me. But overall, I had a positive experience with Bad Times at the El Royale, from the way it looked to the mysterious story that it was telling me, constantly keeping me intrigued, constantly letting me listen to these fantastic dialogues between two characters who you don't really know what they're really after or what they really know. It feels like chess moves between these people as they're almost kind of feeling each other out in a verbal sparring match. And yeah, the movie is unique. It's unlike anything else I've seen in the cinema recently, and I do think it's worth your time checking out. I think it's going to disappear pretty quickly, which is a real shame. I had trouble seeing it this week, trying to find a time to go and see it, and I found a movie that I absolutely adored. Thought it was pretty much very exciting, very interesting, just a little bit in the middle that just kind of pulled it down a little bit for me, which is why I gave it 4 out of 5. But I would love to know your opinion of the movie, so let me know in the comment box below whether you loved, hated, or whatever, and we'll have a little discussion, and I'll see you next time on Man vs Film.